Hi there, welcome to Colors. I'm Erica. On today's video, I'm going to be working on a page in Mythographic Labyrinth. This is my focus book for the month of April. It's an untouched book, and I am very excited to get started in it. So I've got a lot of pages tagged. What I want to start with, I think, is trying to do a little bit of tests, see how some of my different materials work, and then we'll move forward with picking a page to work on. I think I know which one I want to do, but we'll have to wait and see because my mood changes with the wind. All right, let me take a sip of my drink and we'll get started. Okay, so I'm going to use this page as a test page because it's not necessarily my favorite page. It's fine. I don't know. There's something about it that I don't love. So it's a good page to use for testing. I'm going to try out some Neocolor 2s to see how water mediums work in this book, just to kind of get an idea of how we're doing. Now, I might come through and finish this eventually, but probably won't. So I'm just going to pick a random color that I have a lot of. Let's do this one. So I'm just going to test it straight on the page and see how we do. And then I will also use it off the palette and see if that works any better. Hi, everybody. I hope you are having a wonderful weekend so far. I am coming to you from Friday afternoon. Wanted to make sure that I got this filmed early enough that I was able to get it out to you guys and on time this time so that you don't have to wait around for me to get you your Saturday morning company as you're having your coffee or tea or doing your laundry or whatever it is you're doing, or coloring, whatever it is you're doing. I hope you're having fun doing what it is. I am tired today. Super tired, pretty bad headache, and I just kind of woke up this way and was just like, ugh. But I'm pushing through, trying to get some stuff done. I spent the morning just kind of zoned out a little bit, but my youngest got to go out. This is her last day of spring break, so she got to go out with her grandma today, and they went out to lunch. I don't know where else they're going, but they've been gone a while, so I'm not sure when they're coming back. Oh, I forgot to clean that off last time I used it. But yeah, so just kind of been taking it easy. Got my oldest off to work so that she could go and make her money. So yeah, it's just kind of been a little bit of a lazy day, but that's okay. Sometimes it's all right to have those, right? I say that, and I know that there have been other days where I've not like moved off the couch or whatever, but this morning I've already cleaned a toilet, did the dishes, ran the dishwasher, like multiple different things. So yeah, I don't know. Just felt like I wasn't doing anything, I guess. Okay, so I like it straight to the page from the palette better. But it's still not great. It's still not going to be my favorite medium, I don't think, to use in this book. So, if the paper should take it, like I feel like if the paper would accept it, I'm going to see if I can clean this off real quick because that's bugging me now. Okay, I'm going to just fill in the rest of this because I feel like if I don't do that now, and I do decide I want to come back and finish this page, I don't want like a crazy weird background going on. So we're just gonna pull it straight from the stick and see how that works. It's about the same as pulling it straight from the palette. Anyway, what was I saying? I don't remember. This week I filmed a video. I decided that I just randomly one day got the urge to film another background video. So next week you guys will be able to see my background video about chalk pastels. I decided I was just going to do like 3 different techniques. I ended up doing 5 different backgrounds. So you can kind of see all of the different ideas that I had with my chalk pastels or soft pastels. I think through the entire video I say chalk pastels and they're labeled soft pastels, but I don't know that there's a difference really. So you guys let me know what you think they should be called. I don't really care. I just don't want people to like look up the wrong thing and be like, oh, well, she said it was called chalk pastels and this is not what she got. But I labeled the video as chalk / soft pastels, so I'm hoping that that was acceptable. Well, this is actually working better than either of the other two applications, actually. I think it uses probably less water this way too. But yeah, I'm very excited about the video. It's about an hour long, not super long. And then like I said, I got 5 backgrounds done, so that's very exciting. Helping my coloring goal out for this month, for sure. I do have my completed pages from March up on the channel as well, so if you've not seen that yet, you can check that out. Not too many pages done, but I was able to get 3 mythographic pages done, so that's fun. Always a good time when I can get that many done, especially since, you know, that's the focus for this month. I'm just really trying to figure out, you know, which pages I really like, which books I really like, and then, you know, the quickest and most fun way to get them colored. So I'm not stressing out about it. So yeah, I'm enjoying, like, I know I said earlier that I was going to try to take a mythographic break, but I don't know. I did just kind of take a break from coloring in general last month. But when I went to pick up my mythographics again, I was like, oh, I really do like this. This is a lot of fun. I don't know if you guys can see the difference between like this down here, these over here, and this bit here. Like this part here where you're just applying it straight to the page, that is going much better. And will I have like weird sections where like colors overlap and stuff? Yeah, but I can come back in with another layer and make that look good. I don't even know why I'm taking the time to do this whole background, but I couldn't leave it not finished, like only half done, because I did that in one of the pages in Imagine last month, and I didn't finish the page, and now I'm freaking out because well, not freaking out, but every time I look at it, I get like frustrated with myself because I didn't finish it, and now I'm not exactly sure how I did it. I could probably go back and watch the video because thankfully that is recorded, but yeah, I don't want to just leave a page completely unfinished, even if it does look kind of hinky. Let's see what other good things are happening right now, because that's really what I need to try to focus on. Let's see. I've been coloring. I've been having fun coloring. That background video really was fun to make, and I'm very happy with the backgrounds that I was able to create. I know that I've asked this multiple times, but I thought I'd put it out there again. What medium would you like to see next? So since this is going to be the chalk pastel one, let me know if you'd rather see like alcohol markers, or see, what else do I have? Alcohol markers, or just like colored pencil backgrounds. And in the chalk pastel one, I ended up doing like a couple of different, almost like skill levels. So I did like I showed you how like the beginner backgrounds would go. And so then some of the examples from that, you know, different ways that you could use that technique to still create really pretty backgrounds. But let me know if you would think that would be a good idea with like pencil backgrounds, like, you know, from simple to a little bit more intermediate to something a little bit more difficult, or at least what I consider difficult. Pencil backgrounds, I will say those are the hardest for me because they're the hardest on my hands. And my ADHD like goes into like refusal mode when I decide I was going to try to do a background with pencil. And it's just like, no, you remember the last time we did this? It took forever. It's never going to be over. And we're going to be doing this until we die. You can't do this background. But if that's really what you guys want to see, I can try to overcome and figure out how to make that video for you. But yeah, so let's decide between alcohol markers and colored pencils. I think those are probably my next most used supplies for backgrounds. And again, definitely not you know, something I'm super proficient at with either one, but I like to play and I like to have fun, and you know, that's just gonna be how it is. Okay, I like that. That looks good-ish. I mean, it's not terrible and it's not too crinkly, especially when I used this technique over here, because it was too much water over here, I think. But these ones worked really well. Yeah, that worked nicely. It did soak into the paper very fast, for sure. So yeah, I'm not sure that water mediums are going to definitely be the way to go with this, but like if I want to have like a couple of smaller elements, maybe it wouldn't be so bad. I don't know. I'm going to grab my chalk pastels because I'm really digging these guys lately. And we're going to try something with these. Okay. You know what? I know that chalk pastels will work. So let's just go right into it. I'm just going to grab the page that I'm wanting to work on, which is not that one. It is this one. So this is one that I had up on, I had originally flagged this one to be my color along page. And you guys voted on the channel and did not pick this one. So, or voted over on Instagram. I put on my Instagram stories. This one did not win. This one is the one that won. This one's the one that won. So I will color this one for the color along. I've got some fun ideas. And I do like that page very much. But this was the one I really wanted to color. So I'm just going to color it separately by myself. I did find a couple of cool hedge maze illustrations on Pinterest, and then I really like this color palette, so I think I'm going to incorporate these kind of colors with some of these lighter greens. But I just think that's pretty. So yeah, we're gonna do this, and I think I'm gonna use chalk pastels for a lot of it to fill in, because there's a ton of green in here, just like a whole bunch, and I don't want to have to go through and color every little bitty bit of that. So we're going to use some chalk. I'm going to start. I do like this olivey tone, but I think with this color palette, I think I like these colors better. I do like this green down here. So I think what I might do is start with like a lighter green at the top and then work down to like a darker green towards the bottoms. But I think the overall color is just going to be a layer of like this greeny yellow color. Pretty sure that's what I'm going to do. This one? Yeah, the other one's too olivey. So I think this is the right one. Okay, and then just going to get in there and start it. That works. Yeah, that's perfect. And I'm going to avoid the flowers if I can, but if I can, I can erase it and add color in later. It'll be fine. Let's see what else. We just really, for spring break, we just really kind of took it easy, and we didn't really do a whole lot. We went to the grocery store as a family, and had a really fun time, actually. Like, grocery store shopping has become one of the, like, getting groceries is just one of the errands that I just hate now. I used to love it. I used to love to go to the store, and I would sit and, you know, go through all of the the coupons that I had, and I had like my little coupon holder and everything. And then as I've gotten older, I'm just like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want it. I don't want to have to go to the store to get it. And it's just gotten progressively worse as I've gotten older. I thought that maybe it was like COVID related, because my whole personality has changed kind of since then, I think. But I don't know. I don't know what it is exactly. But when I have somebody else to go with me, then I can go. Like, I know that doesn't make a ton of sense, but it's like, what is that? Mirroring, it's what it's called. So people with ADHD, a lot of the times they have an easier time getting tasks done if there's somebody else there. Like, they don't even have to be doing the same tasks. But just having that person there as like a touchstone helps them kind of finish the task. Okay, I'm getting it all over the flowers that I didn't want to get it on, but that's okay. Okay, we're going to do that one first. I do talk a little bit about this in the video, but I do not typically seal my pages when I've used chalk. Mostly because I'm using a very, very small amount, like super small amount, and I'm not, it's kind of getting like pushed into the fibers of the paper, so it's not like it's going to go anywhere. It's just kind of going to be there now. All right, I'm going to try this neon green color. Just putting a little bit of that on my palette. And then we're going to use some of these makeup blenders. So I have these Jane Davenport baton blenders, but you can probably use any one that you find out there. Okay, so I'm going to try to add some of that just in a couple of spots, and this is going to green it up a little bit instead of it having such a yellow tint. Which I don't mind the yellow tint, but I want to have a variation in color throughout the page. And I want it to be soft, so it's really why I was leaning towards the chalk pastels. Like, I do have several alcohol markers in, the pastel colors and stuff, but it's just so much easier to do it this way and not have to search through all of my markers and just grab the chalk and be done with it. Let's see what else. I did read a couple of things this week. Nothing that is completely sticking out in my memory. I've been watching, there's this one lady I follow on Instagram. She's hysterical. She draws these little whiteboard pictures, and she talks about books that she's read and stuff. She cracks me up every time. But she talks about how, she'll read a book and then like 72 hours later, she forgets everything she's read. First 24 hours, she's usually pretty good at remembering. And the second day, she's kind of meh. And then the third day, just forget it. Like, it's gone, completely gone. And I was like, I am exactly the same way. Even if I really loved the book, like, I remember that I had a good time while I was reading it. I couldn't tell you the main character's name. I couldn't tell you the love interest name. Like, it's just gone. What world they're in. Usually if I have to, like, if I'm reading a book in a series, if it's not like a complete series and I can just speed read all the way through it, I need to have like a whole other book to be like, hey, this is what happened last time in this series. If I have to wait a year between books, oh, just forget it. Like, all that information is just gone. It has disappeared from my brain. Okay. All right. I like the combination of those two colors. I think that's a good mix. That way it's not so, I like this kind of spring greeny a little bit more than like a yellow fall green. Hope that makes sense. a little bit more of that. Yeah, what else? Let's see, happy news, happy news. That's been my struggle this week. My husband I know he means well, but he keeps telling me about stuff that's going on outside in the real world, and I'm just like, I can't do that right now. I need you to monitor that a little bit more for me. Can you just give me, like, I don't know, anything that's pertinent to me right this second? And then he just keeps going. I know he's not doing it to, you know, mess with me or anything, but it's getting harder and harder to deal with. Okay. Let's see. I'm just going to go through with my electric eraser and clean up some spots where I got green. I maybe don't want it. I need to get some down in here, don't I? Yep. Trying really hard not to get it on this girl. And I know I can use my pencils around down in here too, but just so that we're starting on the same base layer for all of this. What would you do? How would you draw this animal? Would you make it a wolf, a coyote? What would you do? Fox? I'm thinking fox, but I'm open to other options. Okay. Let's see. I feel like I'm just missing stuff down in here. Okay. All right. Got that done. Okay. Let's work on the stonework. I realized I was probably off camera for a lot of that too, so I apologize for that. I'm going to attempt to add like this. I'm going to do like this brown, reddish brown, pinkish brown color for the stone, and then I'll add different colors with my pencils as I go through and color this. So I'm just going to use the blender again. Yeah, I think this will be good. It's not quite the same color as like the peachy, corally, whatever color was in that inspiration image, but I think it'll work. This will be a good base layer to add in different shades on top too. I feel like I was talking about something. It is gone now. I think the last time I did something like that where I was just like apologizing for not knowing what to say, you guys were like, it's okay, we're not really here. We're just kind of hanging out. So you could just do whatever you need to do and we'll be here. I'm like, all right. I still feel like, I still feel like I should be saying something. What do we think of that color? I think it's okay. Not a typical stone color, really, but I just felt like with the color palette that I was kind of going for, I just thought that that would be a pretty base color to work off of. I am going to be using like grays and maybe darker browns too. I don't know. Probably some greens and some pinks to add some shading to it. I'm just happy to have color in this book right now. I've had it since it came out and I have yet to color in it, so this is just making me happy, just being able to put a little bit of color on the page. I'm going to go ahead and do all of these the same. I just want to make sure that the stones are all kind of similar. Yeah, so when I come back with my pencils, a lot of these like individual stones will all be colored just slightly different. And that's really going to create cool interest in the end image. Because when your stones are all exactly the same, they don't really look like, I know that this is nowhere near like realism, but they don't, I don't know, it just creates more interest, at least for me, visual interest. It's kind of what it's all about, you know, right? Like just adding things that are a little unexpected here and there, and changing things up so it looks cool. I feel like this is going to look all right. Again, really love these little makeup blenders. Okay, brush away all of the extra stuffs. Now I did leave, there's lots of, you know, lighter areas and some darker areas and stuff, but I can come in, you know, when I'm blending things with pencils and stuff, that's going to be really fun to just leave some and add some places and others. And okay, cool, I like that. Let me grab a nice blue for this. I think I'm going to do, it's funny that this is kind of backwards, so I'm kind of going lighter on the top, the darker green, and then the blue down at the bottom from that illustration. Let's do this. Let's do this bright turquoisey blue color. I did learn something the other day, which I forgot to bring up again before the end of my backgrounds video for the chalk pastels. So if you are using chalk pastel to make a beautiful background and you know that you still want to add some kind of water-based markers, do not seal your page until you've got your water-based markers down as well, because they want to resist the workable fixative. And that was kind of frustrating yesterday when I figured that out, because I went through and sealed my page first and was like, oh no, that's not what I wanted. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. Oh, I forgot this whole section right here. You're probably like, Erica, get that. I do that all the time. I think every page there's an area where I've forgotten or overlooked, or just constantly ready to move on to the next thing. I might do another green just to add some color to the bottom. So let me grab another green for that. Now this is a really, really dark green, but I think it's going to work. Super dark. I'm going to use the same blender part that I used already. Okay, and we're going to just start at the bottom of the hedges. Carefully work our way up. And thankfully, Joseph has kind of already added in where the darkest color needs to go. So we can just start there and go from there. That's a handy little thing in there. Okay, we're going to add it right in there. I wasn't sure how I wanted to do this, if I wanted to make sure that it was all just like hedge mazes, or if I wanted to do, I don't know, like a different color of the hedge, like to have the hedges be pink or something. But I kind of like the green, I think. It just feels very spring-like. Okay. Okay. I am liking this. is a bit of a jump from the lighter color to the darker color, but I feel like it'll be all right. Okay. Nope. I still have more. Okay, I'm going to use a clear one now. Yeah. I'm going to use a clear one and just see if I can blend that out even more so it's not such a harsh transition, and I'll just bring the green into different areas of the page because that's okay. It's already looking better, isn't it? I like it. I like it. Cool. Okay, so what should these be like wood branches or vines? I'm trying to decide. I think I want it to be like tree branches and then have like little leaves sprouting off and the flowers attached to it. But these down here will definitely be this green leaves, I think. Yeah, so let me know what you think if I should do this as a wolf or a fox. I'm gonna let you guys tell me in the comments below what you think about that one. All right, I'm gonna look at another page here and see. I know that there's some other ones I want to color, so I just want to check out what I've got kind of, so I get this book in my brain a little bit better. Okay, so this one was one of the ones that was up on a poll, and it got second place, I think. This was the second choice. So I'm going to try to color this one too, but I've been seeing this one with like pinks everywhere. So like a nice pinkish brick and then pink flowers and a pinker sky and a bright, either a bright white cat or a black cat. I can't decide. Or a tan colored cat. Not sure on that one. Stonework, like brickwork, is not my favorite thing to do. So I was hoping that this one did not win. Yeah, this is not my fave, but I would have done it because you guys liked it. But so I've got that one that I definitely want to work on. This one I'm going to save more for like the fall time, but this is one of my favorites. Oh, I love that page. I was going to try to do it around Halloween maybe. This is a good one. I do like that one as well. Maybe if I could find a cool color palette for that. This one is gorgeous. Absolutely adore this one too. There's so many in here that are just so cool. I really like this one too. Seeing this with like a really dark background and just the candle light sources. These beautiful Luna moths flying around. I think that would be very cool. Let's see how this, oh, it dried pretty, I mean, it didn't buckle hardly at all. So, well, maybe I will use some water mediums. Neil colors worked all right. Maybe I'll just play around with some other water mediums and see. This one's really fun too. I can see this one being like glowing, like the tops of all of these kind of glowing, and then creating like light sources up this way and have like shiny stars. I don't know. I like that one too. I have this one tagged with like this color palette, but I'm not sure about that now. I almost like this color palette for the dragon. Just to have like a cool, like a pink dragon or something. That'd be fun. Yeah, I think I might switch it to this one, and then maybe I can play with that one too. Okay, the other ones I have tagged. I had this one as an option. I'm going to save that one, I think. And then I had the color along page, which you guys already saw. And this one, I do like this one too. So this is another one that I could do some fun stuff with, I think. I love these little key butterflies. I think that's just so smart. I really like that. The background on this one would be really fun to do, I think. Could definitely do a pencil background on this one because it's not too big. That might be fun for like a bokeh effect or something. Yeah, that's a possibility. So yeah, I think that's going to be it for oh, I like this one too. This one's I'm going to save for like summertime though, because I feel like that's just like perfect summer page, right? Finding all the fireflies and stuff. So yeah, okay. I am going to probably call it there. I am going to call it there, actually. Hopefully I can get some more work done on this. I do really like that. I think that's going to be a pretty page. Yeah. So I could either do it like a fox or like a white wolf, maybe. Or like a really light pink wolf. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think about that one. That is it for me today. I'm very excited to work in this book. If you can't tell, there's so many pages in here that I want to work on. And yeah, really looking forward to it. So let me know about this guy here. And let me know about which background video you'd like to see next, whether you'd prefer alcohol markers or colored pencils. So thank you so much for being here. I love spending the time with you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.